Good morning, students. Today we are going to read a chapter, A Family on the Roof. Students, why the name of the chapter is given A Family on the Roof? Because this is the story of a family who noticed eggs on the roof. Who noticed some eggs, and after that, as they noticed the eggs, they brought them on their roof and keep them safe. Okay, that's why the name of the chapter is given, A Family on the Roof. Students, you all know where the birds lay their eggs. What is the home of the birds? Nest. Yes, the birds lay their eggs in nest, and after laying eggs, they keep them safe from every danger and be with them always until they are hatched. And after they are hatched, when the small birds they come out from the eggs, they teach them also how to fly, how to get food. Okay, so in this story also, in this chapter also, we are going to read about the eggs of a hen, peahen, eggs of a peahen, and how she taught her small birds to fly or to move from one place to another place. So let's start our chapter. One evening, my mother called me excitedly from the balcony. The writer is telling that one evening, her mother called her excitedly from the balcony. And the writer, who is a girl, she went up and looked to where she was pointing. I went up and looked to where she was pointing. I saw an egg among the entwined creepers on the roof of her patio. Students, you take pencil in your hands and underline the difficult words that are coming here. As in this sentence, the word came entwined. Entwined means joined together. Joined. Creepers, bushes. On the roof of her patio. Patio is the place, the space outside the house. So, writers, the girl's mother show her an egg that was in the bushes in the patio of their home. I thought it could be a snake's egg. Sometimes we did spot snakes slithering among the bushes. The girl thought that it could be a snake's egg. Why she thought this? Because sometimes they spot the snakes slithering among the bushes. They saw snakes. That's why she thought that it would be an egg of snake. But a snake's egg could not have been this big. Then it occurred to me that it could be of a peahen's egg. Yes, there were many in our neighborhood. But the girl thought that it could not be a snake's egg because this egg is so big and a snake's egg is small. That's why she thought that it would be an egg of a peahen because there were many peahens in her neighborhood. That's why she thought that it would be of a peahen. The next evening, my mother told me that she had spotted another egg. Next evening, my mother again told me that there is another egg in the bushes. Wonderful news. This meant we had a regular visitor, and the girl was very happy and she was wonderful. She was wondered that this means there is a regular visitor, any bird that comes daily to their home. I have always longed for a pet. Now I was lucky to own one. I always longed. Long means wished. The girl always wanted to have a pet. Have a bird as pet. And now the girl was thinking herself lucky one to have one bird as a pet. The next evening I noticed another egg. The next evening I noticed The next evening, I noticed another egg and I was sure of a friend's intentions. Next evening, the girl saw another egg and the girl thought of the intentions of her friends also. She had decided to make our roof her home, and the girl decided that she would bring these eggs on the roof of her house. I was overjoyed, and the girl was very much happy. The girl was I repeatedly counted the eggs. The girl counted the eggs. How many eggs were there? The following day was the most memorable. There were 4 eggs. And the next day the girl found one more egg. And now there were total 4 eggs. The next morning I finally saw the peahen. And when the girl next day noticed there are 4 eggs, then she noticed peahen also. And what she did after that? I dropped a few pieces of bread and roti onto the roof. And the girl dropped some pieces of bread and roti for the peahen. So that the peahen could eat them. I had to wait for 21 days. I had to wait for 21 days for the eggs to hatch. It had become a daily ritual to watch the mother bird. And now, as the girl knew that after 21 days the eggs will be hatched, so the girl had to wait for 21 days. And during these 21 days, what the girl did? She watched the eggs daily. It had become her routine to watch the mother bird and the eggs. I didn't see her moving an inch in spite of the sun. Yes, the mother bird was sitting on the eggs in the scorching heat also. She was not moving anywhere. On some days it rained heavily, and some days it was very heavy rain also. And in spite of rain also, the bird did not move anywhere. Though it's nice to have some showers, especially in the hot season, for the mother hen it was not so. The girl thought that it was very nice to have shower, to have rain in this hot season, but for mother hen it was not good. It was not good for mother hen. The girl knew this. Then after, see what happened? See, my mother told me that the peahen went away sometimes in the night and some cats in the vicinity, and, and I dreaded the thought that they might snatch the eggs. Yes, what was the problem now? The girl's mother told her that sometimes peahen went away from the eggs at night time, and there were many cats in the neighborhood in that area, and the girl's mother was dreaded. She was fearful whether the cats could take the eggs from there. Every morning I would go and take a look at the peahen, and every morning the girl went there and looked at the peahen, at the bird. A fortnight later, fortnight means, yeah, after 15 days, when I went to the balcony, I was aghast at what I saw. A cat was scurrying away with an egg in its mouth. And after 15 days, when I was standing in the balcony, what I saw, I was surprised and very fearful to see this, that a cat was taking away, running with the egg. It was putting the egg in her mouth. I shrieked at it. Shriek means shouted. I shouted at it, and in the hullabaloo, it dropped the egg. I felt very sad looking at the contents of the broken egg. And as I shouted, due to this noise, the cat dropped the egg, and as the cat dropped the egg broke away. It was broken, and I was very much sad to see the broken egg. I hoped that this would not happen again. And I thought that I will be very much careful and I would not let this happen again. And the girl would not let this happen again. The peahen continued to visit without losing hope. And the peahen did not lose hope, and she continued to visit the eggs or outside. One afternoon, I heard my mother calling out me, and one afternoon, my mother called me, and as I went there, what I saw, I went upstairs. I saw a teeny weeny chick next to its mother. There was a teeny weeny means small, very small newborn chick. It was sitting next to her mother. I ran in to get the camera, and just at the moment the peahen got up and another itsy bitsy chick was there. And as I brought the camera, I noticed the peahen got up and there was another chick. There was another small bird. They followed their mother, and both the birds, the chicks, they followed their mothers. What the mother was doing, the same way, the same thing the chicks were also doing. And while we were looking at them, the peahen flew from the roof onto the ground. And as I and my mother, we were looking at the birds and the chicks, what the bird did, the bird flew from the roof onto the ground. And one chick followed, and as two chicks were there, out of that two, one chick followed the same as the mother bird did. I just stared at it, taking such a flight from the balcony. It was indeed not a small height for a small baby chick. How would it come up again? As the chick did the same as the mother bird did, at this the girl was very much surprised, and she thought that now this is much height, and how this small baby bird would come again up to this height. You see in this picture, students, see, this is peahen and these two are the chicks. See, okay, and this is the girl who is coming and watching the eggs daily, and this is the girl's mother. Okay, so after this, what happened? The mother peahen flew back again and flew down once again. The mother peahen flew back again and flew down once again. As the mother bird did the first time, it flew back to the ground in the same way she was doing again and again. And the one chick was also following the same. In this way, what she was doing? She was teaching her birds, teaching her chicks how to fly. Means, as we are small, when at this time our mother, father, they teach us many things. How to, when the baby is very small, he learns first walking and then speaking like this. So in the same way, this bird also doing the same. When a baby started walking, it needs help of parents, and parents teach them each and everything. And in the same way, the birds also do the same with their with their chicks, with their small birds. They also teach them how to fly, how to eat, how to earn their bread, how to get food. Okay, so all these things, as we human beings teach to our children, in the same way, birds and animals, they all teach their kids the same. What is the difference? That we have minds, we can speak, we can walk, we can talk, we can think. But the animals and birds, what they do, they are also doing the same things as we human beings do. So here in this chapter, this peahen is also doing the same. At what the girl was surprised, but in actually what mother bird was doing, it was teaching her chicks how to fly, how to move from one place to another place. So let's see what happened next. The other chick, which was just standing on the edge, followed. As one chick was following the same as the mother was doing, and in the same way, other chick was also start doing the same. We were The other chick, which was just standing on the edge, followed the same. The other chick also followed the same as her mother was doing. We were all looking at them, wondering how they would fly back again. And I and my mother, we were standing in the balcony and looking at the birds, how they would fly again. They would come back again to the roof. The peahen walked towards the hedge and out of her house with her chicks following her. And what the peahen did? The peahen walked towards the hedge and out of her house with her chicks. Then the peahen walked out, moved out, flew out of her house with the chicks. I asked my mother how the minutes all chicks could fly from such a height. And the girl was surprised that before a minutes the birds, the chicks, they come out from the eggs, and within minute, how could they learn to fly up to such a height? How can they learn? She smiled and answered that it was the trust the chicks had on their mother. What was the answer of the mother? That it was the trust of the chicks that they had on their mother, that what the mother was doing, they are also to do the same, and nothing will happen wrong with them. Okay, as you all trust your mothers, we love our mothers, we trust our mother, whatever she says, we all follow that. In the same way, all the birds, animals, they also love their mothers, and they have faith on their parents, mother and father. As we have feelings for our parents, they also have feelings in the same way. Okay, so I hope you have understood the chapter well. And who is the writer of the chapter? Lakshmi Bhavani. Who is the writer of the chapter? Lakshmi Bhavani. So what you are to do now, underline all the difficult words that are given in the chapter and write their meanings also with pencil, as I told you when we were starting our chapter. So what you are to do now, read the chapter again and write all the difficult words in your notebook in a very good hand. I know you are very good students, so whatever the work you are doing in your notebook, that should be written in good hand. Okay, so now in this way our chapter is completed, and the chapter, again some points of the chapter. The name of the chapter is, what is the name of the chapter? A Family on the Roof. And this is the story of a peahen who laid eggs on the bushes. And the girl was fond of having bird as a pet. And did the girl look after the eggs? Yes, the girl looked after the eggs. And how many eggs were there on the bushes? There were 4 eggs. And at last, how many chicks come out from the eggs? From 2 eggs, 2 chicks came out. And the mother taught them how to fly, how to move. Okay, so this was our chapter. It is completed. Read it well, stay well, be safe. Thank you.